How you doing? This is the guy from Pittsburgh, and tonight I'm going to talk about paranormal and UFO researchers. There's a plethora of paranormal shows out there. Everything from ghost hunters to ghost adventures to ancient aliens to UFO hunters and more. From haunted strip clubs to UFOs we never see or that we're never allowed to talk about. Yet all those paranormal researchers running around have created their own mysteries and raised questions themselves. But only I have determined through my extensive research that they too have questions that must be asked and have not been asked until now. The first question I have is the continual use of the phrase, "some say," in many of these shows. Who are the mysterious some that the narrators and others continually refer to, and why are the investigators in these shows failing to investigate and tell the public just who these some people really are? Why are there some 60,000 plus UFO Hunters files shown and numbered at the beginning of each episode, and yet there are only a few files shown to the public? Could it be that all these files are being suppressed by some sinister group? Or is there more prosaic explanation for this? Perhaps Bill Birnes lost the keys to the mysterious and lost files, and that's why the UFO hunters are continually seen in open fields, deserts, and strange places off the highway. Or could it be, as some say, the real reason the UFO hunters are parked out on fields or on the side of roads because there's a secret blacklist in diners and coffee shops all across the country because some member of the UFO hunters team is either a bad tipper or perhaps a more sinister reason that one of them skipped out in a check one night at a now closed, deserted, and bankrupt diner somewhere. And what is with George Tsoukalos' hair? Is there a reason why he's unable to use a comb, or is he tapped into some lost free energy field previously known only to the late Nikola Tesla and his experiments? Where do the men in black get their clothes? Could it be they secretly own Joseph A. Banks clothiers because that's where they get 2-for-1 deals on suits and shoes? And that's why their clothes are never dirty? Because they turn them back in after wearing them once? And is that why the Joseph A. Banks refused a takeover deal by Men's Wearhouse and even made an offer to take over Men's Wearhouse, which was rejected? And is there a more sinister reason for the Men's Wearhouse board removing the founder, George Zimmer, from the board, forcing him to resign? Could it be that he discovered the real secret of the Men in Black and their connection to Joseph A. Banks and had to be silenced? And why is UFO magazine publisher Bill Birnes continually shown inside a black bordered box on Unsealed Alien Files? Could it be that he's kept inside the box to keep him from talking about what he knows so the public will not be told the truth? Or could it be, as some say, that Birnes may well be secretly an extraterrestrial himself, and he's being kept inside the box to protect an unsuspecting humanity from him and his evil plots and schemes? And why is his wife never seen on UFO Hunters? Is it all boys club? Is it sexist, or does she know the dark secrets behind this show, and she's been held incommunicado in Birnes' secret complex somewhere in upstate New York? Another question to be asked: why have the UFO hunters never found a UFO? We see computer-generated pictures all the time, but they never seem to capture one on film where they drive all over the country. 60,000 files, and not one teensy UFO. Not even so much as a cup, much less a saucer. Could it be they are really disinformation agents themselves, and their show is really intended to keep other UFO researchers off the road so they can't discover the truth about UFOs because their cars are always blocking an off-ramp somewhere? And, more close to home, where is paranormal host Art Bell and Free Art Bell? And why has he stopped posting on Bellgab? Could it be that he was a threat to the Men in Black, and that's the real reason he was forced to quit his Sirius XM radio show? Could the Men in Black themselves have engineered the continual drop-offs of the feed of his show to silence him and keep the truth from being revealed? And why does MV from Bellgab in the spec sheet, hi Bellgabbers, take such an anti-cat stance and wants me to get rid of my cats? Could it be he secretly be one of the lizard aliens, and secretly goes out at night and captures kitties and eats them and lives in fear that his secret will one day be revealed as cat ladies from all over the world hunt him down to kill him for his cruel, evil, and barbaric practices? Is the continual showing of that Intel commercial on UFO Hunters some sinister subliminal advertising campaign to make people buy their tablets? And is it also some sinister anti-coffee drinking commercial as well, considering they keep showing the guy constantly dropping his coffee in a laptop? Also, who pays for the gas for these and other researchers like those on Decoded, UFO Hunters, and other UFO searching shows? They drive all over the country in search of UFOs that they never find. We see the sponsors ExxonMobil. Could it be there is a more sinister reason for why all these guys drive gas-guzzling 4x4s? Have the only hybrids they've ever heard of are the ones they say that come from beyond this planet? They've never heard of a Prius? And speaking of hybrids, could the recent hit-and-run accident that destroyed our hybrid Prius have been secretly engineered by the Men in Black, the CIA, the Illuminati, or some other sinister cabal to keep me from bringing the truth to the public with my videos on YouTube? And could the chicken soup I recently made have been tampered with while I went down to feed my cats in an attempt to keep me off YouTube by making me become even more sicker than I was? And finally, when is Iron City or the Pittsburgh Steelers going to start running ads on my channel so that I give them free publicity every video? Are the trucks filled with my free lifetime supply of Augensteiner beer being hijacked by the Men in Black? And the reason they look so sinister is that they're really all hungover from drinking too much Earth beer? Well, that and other questions remain to be seen or heard of. But tune in next time for another episode of the Mysteries of Paranormal and UFO Researchers. And I'll ask the question why they ride bicycles and why no dust can be seen on their bicycles on those dust-filled roads outside those secret places that the government has tunnels in that don't exist. And this is the guy from Pittsburgh saying, I'll catch you next time, if they let me. Bye-bye.